Well, hello everyone. How are you this New Year's Eve as we have our last day of this year and prepare to enter a new year? Now, as you prepare to enter the new year of 2021, I just want to give you a Bible verse that would be a good motto, I think, to live by this coming year. It's from Proverbs 4 verse 23, and it says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." Now, I don't know how you feel as you prepare to enter 2021. I can't read your mind, of course, but I can guess that it's probably with a sense of relief that 2020 has been and gone, or almost. We've got 13 hours left, but virtually finished with 2020, and I think a lot of people will be saying, thank goodness for that. It's not been the best year, of course, as we know, for most people, but I hope that, as in all difficult situations, that you've been able to reflect and learn from how you found things this year. And I think certainly we will all have had occasion to think about our responses to frustration and to having our lives curtailed in ways that we couldn't have imagined. And I know in the case of many key workers as well, it will have been a case of dealing with stress and incredibly demanding work situations. In the case of care workers and health workers, potentially very harrowing situations. Church life, of course, has changed drastically, even since we've been able to open the building physically. It's not quite the same as it was. And I do hope that we consider how much we may have taken our freedom to worship publicly and our freedom to meet together for granted. It's so easy, isn't it, to despise, maybe not despise, but just to take things for granted, to get complacent when something is so simple. Church just down the road, really easy to get to, and it's so easy to be half-hearted or to not really be bothered, to make it our lowest priority. And it's a bit like knowing that someone loves you and that they'll always love you, and it's really easy just to rest on your laurels and not really bother. I think a lot of people have probably made that mistake before. I'm pretty sure I have made that mistake myself. But I think it's important to not take these things for granted and just to remember that as this year ends and we look ahead to 2021. And I do challenge everyone, once we can meet together in the ways we were used to remember how it felt not being allowed to attend church services and not being allowed to meet up, and to take full advantage of the opportunity to do so again. Church is, of course, open throughout this time. I'm grateful that the government hasn't closed the churches again, not since November anyway, and I know it's more restrictive in those Sunday school now as well. I know many people have got very, very legitimate reasons for not coming, and I'm not making a judgment on you at all for this. Whether it's health worries or worries about transmitting the virus or just being uncomfortable with such a curtailed way of meeting together, there's all sorts of reasons. But I do challenge you that once we're back, don't get lazy or complacent, but take full advantage of that opportunity. I know digital church services, Bible studies, prayer meetings, etc. have been a real blessing over this time. Thank God for that. Thank God that they have been, we've had that availability, because otherwise it would have been even more difficult. But they don't fully make up for missing out on the fellowship that we can have together in one place. I just want to read to you from Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. "Let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another." Of course, we can do that online. We can do it on the phone. We can do it by social media. But we do it best, of course, when we're physically together. So as we enter 2021 and the prospect of a gradual return to how things were before, well, at least in most ways, I would like to challenge each of us, myself included, but each of you, to do something different, but which reflects our desire to know God more. And so I'm offering a program which will take you through the Bible in 2 years, starting on the 1st of January 2021. That's, of course, tomorrow. And I've got a plan here, which takes us through. And 2 years, I think, is a little bit more doable than the 1 year rush that some people have tried and found very difficult indeed. And some of you who were in church last Sunday will have received the physical copies. There'll also be the opportunity this Sunday to receive physical copies. It'll be a couple of days late, but there are some catch-up days to get back. But I will also be sending this Bible reading to everyone in the church electronically via WhatsApp and also via email. So you will get the opportunity to receive it. Of course, forward is ready as well, and I'll again be sending that through to people today, and it'll be available for pickup in church on Sunday as well. So that's my challenge. I know not everyone finds it easy or is helpful to read such large portions of the Bible every day, and you may find it off-putting. And I'm not going to judge anyone who doesn't take this up. It's not a religious ritual that we all have to comply with, but just as a challenge about being serious about our faith. Let's have a go at it. Let's give it the best go we can do. Not for brownie points or spiritual one-upmanship or to be holier than thou, but as a part of your commitment to draw closer to Jesus this year. And when you do it, do it with an attitude of prayer as you sit down and read through the Word. Ask the Lord to speak to your heart by His Holy Spirit as you get that broad, grand sweep of God's overall Word to us, and ask Him to help you in your prayer life as you do so as well. So as we look to commit ourselves to the Lord this year, by when it's appropriate for us all to be attending church, by reading the Word, getting close to the Lord, speaking to Him regularly in prayer, let's remember again those words from Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. May you have a happy and blessed new year, and look forward to seeing you.